anyways, I'm wearing my Loot Crate shirt. It's kind of tight, but it's too much hassle to send it back to get a slightly larger size, and I could probably stretch this one out, hopefully. Kind of cut my head off. I've got like a glow. It's kind of funny. Yeah. So, I'm gonna answer a question. This one comes from Anime Fan Only 2020. Ha, I looked at your username before I did this video, because I'm a professional. Yes. Who doesn't edit their vlogs? And my hair's all frizzy. I just brushed it. But anyway, they asked what I thought of e-readers, e-books, and, electronic devices that allow you to read a book without actually having the book. Like a giant bookshelf. So instead of having a giant bookshelf of 5,000 books, you can have this little bitty device, boop, to which I do have one, and it needs charging because I don't have the cord for it yet. It's used, so that's why I don't have the cord for it. But I've got the Kindle, the simple one, not the paper white or whatever it is. The one that has like a backlight, which is apparently better than this one. Because this one you have to have a light in order to read it, so it's kind of like a book. In that sense, you can't really read it in the middle of the night, go, I want to read that book that I've been reading, flashlight. So, instead of that, you've got the illumination, so that's kind of cool, but I'm going to stick with this guy, because I don't use it that often, but when I do, it's really, really cool. Because you've got all the books that you could ever want. You could take it with you on, like, vacation and stuff like that. And basically, you have whatever you want to read, or, go on the Kindle store and be like, I want this book, download, got it, instead of having to wait like 2 or 3 days for it to be delivered, or go to the bookstore and hope that they still have some, and hope that nobody's messed with it, like dog-eared the pages and stuff, because I really hate it when they do that. It's just, obnoxious, really obnoxious. So I really like the ebooks, but I also still like having books. There's just this thing, I clicked the button and it did nothing. There's just this thing about having an actual book instead of the Kindle, because the Kindle's nice, because you got your little button here that turns the page. If you've got the touch one, then you just touch the edges, or if you got an app. I've got the app on my phone that I used to use, and you can turn the pages with the volume button, which is pretty cool. But, you don't get the feeling of turning the page, the suspense, holding that page, go, instead you're like, click, ooh, which is kind of not as dramatic as, turning the page. But, I don't know, it's really a preference sort of thing of what you like, and what I like is both. I like both. As you can tell, I kind of don't use this guy, so I may take this with me and get it charged. I'm going over to my parents' house tonight, so maybe possible live stream, fingers crossed. If you guys want to check that out, link's down there. Yes. If you're following me on Twitter, though, you'll already know when I do live stream, so Aside from that, the shirt's actually pretty cool looking. Yeah. I mean, from a distance, you can't tell that there's words written all over it. It's kind of cool. It's kind of tight, though. Stretch! I am Hulk. Oh, no. But I like the Kindle, but I also like regular books. E-books are nice, though, because those really, really thick books, and you just look at it and go, I can never finish this. This book is too big. Like, my Lord of the Rings. I don't have it with me. It's in the other room, but my Lord of the Rings book has all 3 of the little sections, and this thing is ginormous. And every time I decide, I'm going to read Lord of the Rings, I get it out and I'm like, or not. So the bigger the book, the better it is on an ebook, because you really can't tell how big it is, which is another downside, actually, to the ebooks. Because you don't notice until you, do the little thing that shows you how far you've gotten. I don't remember if it's on the bottom part or what, or I don't know. But yeah, with the book, you're like, oh, I've got this much left, or oh, I've got this much left, or oh, I've got this much left. Reading an encyclopedia set. No, Stephen King book. You're reading a Stephen King book. which are impossible to read, but that's a whole nother vlog. So I like them, I don't like them, I enjoy them, sometimes I prefer a regular book. It just depends on my mood, really. Am I in the mood for an electronic book, or am I in the mood to hold a paperback book? It's usually paperback instead of like a hardcover. The hardcover ones are okay, but the ones with like the little leaflet covers, I have to take that off because I'm afraid I'm gonna like ruin it somehow. I'm really picky with my books. I'm super picky with my books. When I go buy a book, I prefer to have them look like brand new with the spine for the paperbacks instead of like, you know, somebody's worn them out. They've read it like 50 million times. I prefer to have them, you know, nice and smooth and everything's nice, the pages are folded. I'm very picky with my books. No one messes with my books. It's funny because my mom just asked to borrow my Meg book because she's been reading it and she wants to read it all over again. And she's like, I know how picky you are, so I just wanted to know if I could read it, if it's okay. And I'm like, yeah, sure, it's okay. It's actually got some creases because I loaned it to somebody else and they creased it, so I'm not happy, but it's life. I paid maybe $3 for it. I kind of need to buy the other ones, too. Why are you dirty? I just cleaned you out. Distractions. Shiny! No. That's my pick on ebooks and stuff. I like my Kindle. It's really cool, especially for reading like a short story, because I've got a whole bunch of short stories from the Amazon website. I don't have a Nook. I never really wanted a Nook. I guess because I'm clang, because I like Amazon, so. But yeah. Should probably charge this. It'd be a good idea. Charge me! So, that's all basically. I hope you guys enjoyed. What is your take on ebooks and e-readers? Do you have one? Do you like it? Do you have like a bunch of Amazon Kindles like my mom does? I swear, that's her collection. It runs in the family. We all collect at least one little thing. My dad used to collect Hot Wheel cars. Now he just gets all the Madden games. And then my brother, he gets all of the games. And then my mom has Kindles and iPods. Hers is expensive. Although I'm on to talk, I've got a giant computer and want to get another one. I need to stop. I have a problem. Not really. Problem. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you next time. Bye. Link. It come to town. It come to Santa. Princess Santa. Should probably not sing anymore. Woo.